Hi everybody and welcome to week 5 of Computer Applications 2 during our continuous remote learning. I want to make sure that you're on track, and I also want to make sure that you're understanding the grading guidelines that have been put out by the district and the expectations for this course. If you are looking to receive a passing grade in this course, you have minimum requirements you'll need to meet, and we also need to start doing a weekly check-in so that I can make sure you have everything you need, as well as I'm giving you feedback that you need to continue forward. So we're going to do a little bit of an overview since we are on week 5 and make sure you're up to date and know what you need to be doing this week. So there are 2 tracks to this course, if you recall. There's a track if you want to learn everything and anything we would have learned when we were in class in person. And then there's a minimum course requirements to meet the priority standards of this course, and that is what's required to complete a passing grade. And you should be completing those in a good faith effort, is how it's been guided by the district. So if you're in track 1 and your goal is to complete all of Access, Word Expert, and Excel Expert, at this point you should have already completed Access modules 1 through 4, as well as Word Expert module 3. All those lessons and assignments should be done at this point if you're trying to stay on track with the calendar I gave you back in in March. If you're on track 2, and that's completing the minimum course requirements to get a passing grade in this course and complete with a good faith effort, at this point you should have completed Access modules 1 through 3 and Word Expert module 3, all those lessons and assignments. This week, what we're going to be working on is, if you're on track 1, trying to do everything and anything, you should be completing Access modules 5 and 6 and completing a weekly check-in form, which we'll go over in just a moment. And if you're on track 2, where you're just completing the minimum course requirements, you should be completing Access module 4 this week and the required weekly check-in form. So each week now we're going to be doing a form. It's not too long, just telling me how you're doing, if you need stuff, those kinds of things. It'll help me kind of keep track of people. It's hard to know when people get into Microsoft Teams and those kinds of things, so this will definitely assist me in providing you feedback and support while we're in this distance learning. So if we go to Microsoft Teams, you're wanting to go to your team here, so you're going to go to Computer Apps 2 on the thumbnails for your team. And you can see in the General tab, I've added a week 5 check-in form that I would need you to complete this week. And I'd like it completed by Wednesday, so that way I can know what you do need and don't need. And that's also posted here in week 5. As you can see up here, it's also posted as well. I also want to make sure that you can navigate through Microsoft Teams and know where to go for our files. So I'm just going to go over that again real quick, just to make sure you understand where you need to go. So when we're looking at our teams, if you're on your team, you've got the General tab, and again, that's going to be everything that's generally posted for you. All the weekly check-ins will be posted for you. All assignments get automatically posted for you, and all of our week 4 reviews. And I'm providing videos at the beginning of each week, just like this one, that I hope are helping you. If you aren't watching them, I highly suggest that you do, because as you can see in this video, I am providing you with tips and tricks on how to get around and those kinds of things. So I would highly suggest that you watch those videos. They're not too long, usually less than 5 minutes, so I suggest you do that. Over here in your channels, we're on week 5, so I can go to week 5 and view the information just for week 5. So you can see that I posted the linked form. I'm going to post the overview here. I'm also going to post the links to the assignments. And then up at the top here, you don't have them yet for this week, but I will add tabs here for all of the assignment pages, or the lesson pages. So if I go to last week, for instance, you'll see that there's a bunch of tabs up here for all the different lessons that were in last week. So if I wanted to go to Word Module 3 Lesson 1, I could click that and it would auto load that a file into here for the PDF so I could see it. You can also download these by clicking the triple dot and downloading them. And that's important because if you have a lack of internet service and you don't want to use all your bandwidth constantly keeping this loaded and going through the pages, you can just download them to your computer. We've also got files right here, and that's on each tab. There's a files, and each tab is going to have the files for that week specifically, so you don't have to navigate through everything. So you can see all the lessons are here as well. Again, you could download them. And then the files for each of these lessons are inside these folders, broken down by their names. You also have assignments over here on the left, and that's also found on the general tab up at the top for assignments. And if you come to the general tab for assignments here, you'll see everything within here. This week we've got module 4 due for all of our students. If you already turned those in for last week, which doesn't look like anybody does, but if you've been turning them in ahead of time, it would be turned in. And then you've got our two modules for track 1 this week, and we'll be moving forward into those into track 2 later, so that's why their dates are a little farther out. So you've got those available, and you can see here, if I go into the view, it's got instructions, which really just says follow the instructions, and the files you would need, and then you can turn those back into me. So again, you'll find all of that once it's uploaded here in week 5. You can see I've already got the files. I just haven't posted the tabs up here yet. So yeah, I hope that you're doing really well, and I hope that you're able to get through stuff. If you need anything at all, just contact me and let me know, and I'm here to help. Have a great week, everyone.